Hey guys, so I had a ton of requests to recreate the look that I had on in my favorite blush video. Ironically enough, this is actually the same exact look that I had on for my engagement pictures. Keep in mind that because it was a photo shoot, I used a lot of matte, I used all matte eyeshadows, well, kind of. And I had very matte skin. I used a cream bronzer because I didn't want to look powdery. And you really want to stay away from SPF products because that's where the light reflecting properties come in and it's not a good look for pictures. So basically, it's just a brown smoky eye. You could easily wear this to work or school. It's very wearable throughout the day. You could even make it even more smoky if you want like a nighttime look. Nude lip, really pretty cheekbones. I did do some highlighting on the cheekbones. But, and I played around with some fake lashes because I've been obsessed with fake lashes. I didn't have fake lashes on in those pictures, but I did want to add some to this tutorial because I can't get enough of them. So, if you guys are needing pictures or getting a photo shoot done, either for engagement, wedding, modeling, senior pictures, high school pictures, graduation pictures, whatever, maybe this video will help you, not necessarily with the colors, because you could use any colors that you want, but just little tips to stay away from certain things that will make the camera make you look like a big shiny ball. But, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do on my eyes for the pictures, but Miss LaBelle Mel, she's a photographer slash makeup artist, so she really helped me out because originally I was just going to do a very bright eye and just very minimal eyeshadow, but she said that they would probably get washed out, so she said to go with something a little bit darker. And I've been loving brown smoky eyes. Like when I don't have the shimmery nudes on my lids, I go for the brown smoky eye. And so that's what I decided to do, and they came out, the pictures came out beautiful. My makeup looks very natural. The camera does wash out your makeup a little bit, so for the sake of pictures, I would definitely pack it on a little bit darker than you normally would. Like I packed on, not in this video, but for the pictures, I packed on my blush a little bit more, and even I made my eyes a little bit darker than they are now just so that the camera wouldn't wash them out too much and they would still look, you know, like they should. So thank you for being here, and if you care to see this look, then keep watching. Okay, so first you want to prime your eye with your favorite primer. Mine is Painterly Paint Pot from MAC, but you could use whatever primer you want. And you could even use like a darker primer, like a darker brown color, because we're going to put a dark brown on the lid, as you can see here. That's totally up to you. Now mind you, I'm going to be working with all matte colors, and only because I was in a photo shoot, and the less products that you have that are light reflecting, the better. So if you want to switch out and use some products with shimmer or shadows with shimmer, then by all means. This is just exactly what I did for that day. Okay, so I'm using all MAC shadows, and the first thing we're going to do is mix two colors. We're going to mix Folly and Mold Cider. Folly is permanent at MAC. This was a limited edition. This is a good look at the color though, so that you could maybe hopefully find something similar to it. It's just like a mid-tone brown color. Really nothing special. This was just a little bit too dark, so I used this to lighten the color up a bit. And I'm using that with my E65. This is from the new Sigma collection. I love these brushes. They're so pretty. And basically I'm just going in here and then going in here, going back in here and doing this. Okay? And slap that onto my lid. Kind of how you're going to create the shape of your eye. You can go straight across. I like to kind of bring it up a bit so it's a little bit higher on the outer, and then bring it in. And until you get the color onto your lid, you're not going to be able to really get the exact color that you want. So this is why I like mixing the two colors, because you can lighten this up or make it darker now just by using the one of the shades. So to match this lid, I'm going to go a little bit darker. So I'm going to grab some Folly, just go right over top, just to darken it up a bit. And then I'm going to grab a little bit more of the Mold Cider, just to soften it, not to really lighten it. Okay, so the colors look about even. Now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. This is the E40 from Sigma, and blend around so that that's soft. Not too much though, because you don't want to really blend that out too much. Then this is Soft Brown from MAC. Just going to get a little bit in here, and this will just kind of soften that line and not look so stark up to the brow bone. So we're just going to blend this right on the outer line and a little bit above. Okay, next we're taking Embark, which is a darker matte brown. This is again a permanent shade from MAC. And I'm taking a pencil brush. This is an E30. And as you can see on this side, I'm just going to darken up the outer V. And I'm not really going to blend that out too much. I just kind of want it to be dark. So I'm just going to create the V and then go back in and build up the color. And I'm not taking that dark in too far, just on the outer. And the reason I'm building it up so much is because when I blend it, I don't want the color to go away. Okay, again, we're just going to take that blending brush and we're going to softly blend this. We don't want the dark color to go away, and we still want to see that outer V, because that provides really good dimension to your eye, and it'll also elongate your eye. So very softly blend this. Okay, I'm going to darken up just a little on the inside. Make that V a little bit thicker. I haven't put down my under eye concealer yet, just to let you know. I usually do that at the end when I'm working with darker colors or colors with fallout, just to avoid any darkness under your eye. Okay, I think that is it. Now, whenever you have a smoky eye, you really want to get that lower lash line to be smoked out. That's kind of what's going to tie it all together. So instead of pulling one of those colors, I use the color Sketch, which is more like a reddened brown, and it has some flex, but it's not enough that it's going to reflect the light. This is just another pencil brush, and I'm just going to pull that color right underneath the lash line. Make sure you kind of touch it to the upper so it doesn't look like it just started right there. Kind of looks like a continuation. Now you can leave it like that. I like it to look a little bit softer and smooth, so I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and just blend that color underneath so it doesn't look so stark. I'm going to put a little bit more color back on. And if you were going out, you could definitely bring this color down even further to look even more smoky. This is more like a daytime look that you could wear to work, so you don't want to make it too dramatic. Next, you could take a black liquid liner or gel liner. This is Black Track Fluid Line. It's a gel liner from MAC. This is just an E65, just an angled brush, and we're gonna apply some false lashes. I didn't have false lashes on in the photo shoot, but I've been obsessed with false lashes lately, so I wear them any chance I can get. So that's why we're just going to make a little thin line of black liner so that it hides the band of the lashes. Totally up to you how you do the black liner. And you really, honestly, if you're not wearing false lashes, you really don't need the black liner. The brown is so dark that you really don't need it to define your eye or anything, but for the sake of the false lashes, I'm going to do that. When I apply false lashes, I always go ahead and put my mascara on the lower lash line just to get that out of the way. This is a sample from Clinique that I got, and I actually really like this for the lower. It's the Lash Doubling Mascara, and you can see the wand's like very thin, so it's perfect for the lower lashes. Okay, next you want to curl your upper lashes. This is just a little lash curler that I found at Pier 1 Imports. It's so cute. And we're going to apply some mascara to the top. This is my favorite at the moment. It's the Prestige My Blackest Lashes. The wand on this is insane. I absolutely love this mascara for drugstore. In the beginning, I really didn't like this, but I think it's because it was too watery. Like, I needed it to dry out a little bit. And now it's, like, perfect. Okay, so for the lashes, I'm using these by Revlon, the Fantasy Lengths in Chic. And it's number 91129. These are just the most natural, but they're also very flirty looking. I really like them. I don't know if you can see it, but this is what they look like before that they're, and I've worn these like 3 or 4 times, so they're starting, this will probably be the last time I'll wear them. They're starting to get a little mangled. And I'm using the Duo Dark. And you just want to coat the band. Make sure you get the ends really good. Because if and when they lift, that will be the first place they'll lift. You could use the Duo Clear. I have that one too, and that one dries clear, but I kind of like the dark better. I like the idea of them drying dark. This is just a little lash applicator that I got at Sephora. I think Shu Uemura makes the same one. I'm just going to look down into a mirror and apply these. You want it to wait a little so they get a little bit tacky, but and you just want to place them as close to the lash line as you possibly can. And also just make sure that the ends are down good. Okay, so those are on and they're going to need to dry. When they dry, they'll be dark so you won't see the white. I'll zoom you out and we'll go with the rest of the face. So when you're doing a photo shoot, I would definitely recommend using SPF-free product, especially when it comes to foundation. The SPF in the foundation will create like a reflect off your face and it will look shiny, and you don't want that. You want your face to look glowy, maybe a little highlighted, but you don't want your face to look shiny. So go with a foundation that's SPF free. I use the NARS Sheer Glow. I already have it on, and I just set it with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural and Medium Plus. Next we'll move on to concealer because we didn't do that yet. And for that I really like the MAC Select Moisture Cover. And I'm in the color NW20, which is a little bit shade lighter than my skin tone. And the NW will act as a brightener. I don't really have redness under my eyes. If I did, I would go with an NC color, but I just have like dark, so I just wanted to lighten that up. And the NW, which is like a pinkier undertones, will do that. So I'm just going to dab this under my eyes. And then I'm going to set that with the Bare Minerals Well Rested. I bet you guys aren't surprised to see this. And I'm just going to use any old fluffy brush to do this because my one that I normally use is dirty. And just want to get it in the brush and then put it right underneath your eyes. This is going to set your concealer and also be even more of like an under eye cover up for dark circles. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. Okay. Next, I wanted to just kind of incorporate a quick little tutorial for the Bronze Universal, the Chanel Tan de Soleil, because I get a lot of questions about this. This is what it looks like. It's almost like a cream. It is a cream bronzer. And for this, I find any synthetic brushes work best because you don't lose brush hairs in here. So I've been using both of the Sigma Travels. This is the Kabuki, my flat top Kabuki. I just washed it, so it's probably still wet. But the synthetic ones don't shed, which I love. This is from Sigma. And you kind of want to just like start at the back of your cheek and then work your way front. And you can kind of work up towards your temples. You can actually almost apply this with I use this in the photo shoot because it's a cream bronzer, and then you kind of want to just hit the temples and your nose, wherever the sun would naturally hit you, so that you look even all the way around. I went with a cream product because I didn't want to look powdery in the pictures. So I find that by sticking with the cream products and the matte shadows, everything looked really good. And then the blush that I used in that picture was Exhibit A by NARS. This is a matte color. I know it looks crazy. I know a lot of you were surprised I didn't have this in my favorites. It is one of my favorites, but Taj Mahal beats this out. I'm using the NARS, something up my nose. I'm using the NARS Yachio brush, and this is just the perfect brush for this because it just applies enough color. After you put it on your brush, you want to take off most of the product on the back of your hand, and then just kind of push it back onto your apples of your cheeks. This just gives you that like gorgeous flushed look that everybody wants when they're in pictures. And because of my brown eyes, like the brown shadows, I didn't want to go with a pink. You could probably even use like a peach blush like Gingerly or something like that. But again, I used a matte blush because I did not want the shimmer in my cheeks. Okay. Now, I did use the E.L.F. facial whip, shimmering facial whip, that day in the pictures, and all that I do with this product is the best dollar I've ever spent, seriously. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, like that, and I just use my finger. Make sure your finger's clean. Just get a little bit on my finger, and then just top of your cheekbones, and just kind of punch it into your skin. Kind of want to start to go maybe around your eye a little bit. That's where you work the product up, but don't come in too far, like maybe about there with the highlighter. And you could totally skip highlighter if you're doing pictures. I also just do your Cupid's bow, and that will just accentuate your lips, and just take whatever you have left down your nose. So it's very, very subtle. I didn't even use all that. Okay, so that is my face. Matte, aside from where I put the highlights down, no light. When the light reflects, it will only hit this, and that's what you want in your pictures. For my lips, this is the lip liner I use. It's by P2, which I think is a brand you can only get in Germany. This is like one of my favorite lip liners, and the color is in just 10 Nude. Right now I just have on like a lip balm. I'll just blot that off. And I fill in my lip with it. It's a cream liner, so it goes on really nicely. And believe it or not, that's all. I didn't use a lipstick, but I did use a lip gloss and my favorite, which is Revlon's Peach Petal, and I just put that right over it. Gives a really nice nude lip, and it kind of just ties everything in with your eyes and your cheeks. So this is the finished look. This is, like I said, what I wore in my engagement photo session that a lot of you guys saw. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!